Hello everyone, welcome to another tanned fabric episode. So, I've pretty much looked around for certain things I can do to sort of spruce up item transport, as well as sort of consider other things to do, sometimes on camera, sometimes not. And yeah, for the most part I thought I'd do a bit of some item sorting and other such off camera, by using the linked storage chests and some hoppers to then pretty much filter out the dust, because the pulverizer only does dust as far as I remember. And I was going to get a second one just in case if there was other materials, and not just sending everything to my ores and smelted ingots and otherwise chest. But it seems I don't really need to. So I've got that set up in that for ores, and then it's sending it to the top, and then obviously putting it in here. I'm glad that's now over for its temperature, so that can do its thing. And I've got that sending pretty much downstairs to where my ingots are. So there's that, as you can see. I was kind of considering changing things up a bit by like sending some ingots here, or moving this down a bit or something so it doesn't look too off, but I was just like, I'll just do this, put the sign there, and it'll be good. So yeah, and since we don't have any item pipes in this mod pack, it pretty much seemed like the only way to go, with a bunch of blocks like these to obviously use them to transport stuff instead of just go, what do I use them for again? I've got vacuum hoppers, I've got hoppers, what can I do with this? Besides like just, you know, a mob farm, or, you know, a typical crop farm or tree farm or something like that. I was like, I could use this way, so that's cool. So yeah, otherwise I've been sort of experimenting with the temperature of the machines, because I thought, why not? So I've got a heatsink here, and I'm just getting a bit of tin and otherwise, and it seems to be doing not half bad, surprisingly. I haven't tested with the electric furnace, and I did cheat these in just because I want to see what they're like, obviously on camera, and then compare to whichever one's the most suitable for my resources at a current stage, because I'd usually like to max it out to the highest possibility of something, at least as long as I find it reasonable too, or accessible at the time. Because I don't just like going, oh, okay, I've got the fan, and then I go, I have to upgrade to this and this and this sometimes. So yeah, so we'll just test, say for example, with the furnace and find out what it's going to do. So we're getting quite a bit going there. We'll test with the fan and see how much of a difference that changes with the temperature. I don't think many of these other machines will really get to the limit or such a point of the temperature here, so this is probably the most suitable machine to go with. So yeah, I'll have to find out. I'll wait for that to do probably a bit more, because that'll take a while, so I'll actually wait for these at some point. But yeah, this seems to be doing not half bad. It's only used up one durability, which I think it started using as soon as I put it in, when it was still processing, but otherwise it hasn't changed since, so that's not too bad. But yeah, we'll just wait for that to go, and I'll put some stuff in. But otherwise, let's see, what do I want to do today? Not too sure. Let's see. What do we got? Done those. I guess we could use trap expansion, and we could also use a bit of RSYs, since I did add them and I wanted to do bits and pieces with them. I also have to check on my mob farm building, because I don't know if the grass has actually finally made its way up to that platform, because I've tried to put lighting in, and yep, it seems it has. Nice, it's finally reaching there. Took enough time. Yeah. So that's cool. So let's see, that's probably gonna make its way there, no problem. Just do this just in case, and wait a bit more and then we'll get stuff started. But yeah, we should be able to technically use the cursed dirt now as a way to get mobs to spawn on here and then get some things going. We'll actually finally also be able to test if they can actually be pushed off by the water, because I am not an expert at mob farms. I usually use, I think, other means, like smaller rooms and dark glass and stuff like that, and we don't really have access to that currently, so yeah. You. Okay, you're all apparently completely geared up. Nothing from looting you, so that's something. Oop, okay, and I'm not on hard difficulty either, so that's interesting. Man, the amount of times you rarely see armored mobs in normal is strange. Unless something changed, even though I haven't added any more mods since. Weird, okay. So yeah, I'll sort of wait a bit more for that, I guess. Yeah, because you need grass. The cursed grass will probably be too quick, but probably still limit everything. Seems like a bit converting. But yeah. We'll also test obviously trap expansion and see if any of its blocks are worth using compared to water, such as say a fan, or maybe even swapping out the other spikes, I guess, which technically a bit more expensive. Actually, no, by wanting less expensive, sorry, by wanting it really because of the 3 swords. But either way, it's not that bad. And then slippery stone, I guess we can do, even though they can't spawn on it, I think. From what I remember when spotlighting it, but yeah. And then we can also use some red alloy wires to then obviously sort of connect a few things to the piston up there, and then I'll get a lever down to the entrance and go, yep, this will work. It's just annoying that I don't have any dark glass, and I have to constantly keep breaking the entrance there, but oh well. So we'll make some of this stuff now, since we've got the chance to. We need a blast furnace, which I don't actually have yet, because I haven't felt the need to. So that'll give me a need for it. Okay. And that copper's just going to go there. I really need to work out if I want to send stuff over here or not, because most of my stuff's probably going to go there, rather than say iron or gold in here. So yeah, that's going to be a thing I'll need to work out for later, but oh well. Now we'll focus on the mob farm, because we don't need to constantly work on the machines that much, because there's only so many things to do with them other than upgrading really at this point. We're getting some of the tree farm and minor like ones, so we've got 80 you make 12 per 3, and I need wool, don't I? Yep. I'm getting more string. Yeah, I don't have enough. They're all consistent with the colours. That's not good. Okay, and I don't think I've found a mine shaft either, so there's no easy access to cobwebs or cave spiders, so that's gonna be something. Obviously I did spectator that one time, but obviously I didn't want to cheat with that, because that just didn't seem right. So I have to hunt some spiders. Okay. That'll be something. That was my path to end portal, wasn't it? Yep. Alrighty then. Let's see. Either way, we'll need to get the other stuff going. Now, think about the other later. So, you're gonna want, if I remember correctly, you need what? 3 smooth stone? 3 smooth stone, which is just that, and that smelted again. We're gonna get a ton of furnaces, I don't really care removing one. And then iron ore around it. So we'll put you here. Probably gonna need 12, aren't I? Yeah. So then do it again. Let that do its thing. You need to be blasted, and yeah, we'll see how we go. I mean, well, that's 8, so how much do I get each one? Okay, so we'll need 4 more. That'll do it. I need 2 more redstone. There we go, that'll do it. Because I'm not going to need to reach that far to the actual side of the structure, so that's fine. Excuse me. Alrighty, so get this, and any moment now we can make that. And what else is there to also do? I mean, I could get some of the trapped expansion stuff going while I'm at it, because I do have the resources. I might as well, since I'm not using quartz and other things. So, cobble. The reason I definitely want to go with an analog fan is I'm pretty sure you can control it, whilst the typical one is automatically doing things, which I don't really want to do. Definitely want to control it still. With a lever, at least. So I'm going to get 2 of you, sorry, 5 of you, I mean. Why don't I think 2? I always think that they're on the sides or something. Yeah, that's why, because of the cobble. Many planks for you. So we need that, and I need, I'm probably going to need more of them, but oh well. Just for the sake of it for now. Right, blast furnace, you here. Put you in the same spot as the smoker. Put you there, and I don't remember how long these take to smelt, that's the thing. That's still probably doing its thing. So we could actually test it now. I'll just go 1 coal for now, and we'll go back to the machines and find out what the temperature of the machine's like. Because I haven't had them explode, I haven't had things going enough for them to explode. So you're really hot, okay. So we'll put a fan in and see how that goes. How much are you going to change? Not much. You have 512. Interesting, so you have more durability, but you're also the cheapest to make. Okay, so that's how they balance that out. So that has, where was my other? 128, but it hasn't actually damaged as much. That's very interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay, so we'll test that. No, we'll swap it out, I mean. So that's just sort of slowing down a bit, kind of. So we'll put a cooler cell in here. See how much this differs in comparison. And I don't know how it determines how many points of durability it uses up. I'm not 100% sure yet, because I haven't done that much testing with it yet. But it does seem to be kind of lowering it. Not by much, though. So it's kind of just going, okay, we're kind of still keeping in the full potential area, but we're not doing that much yet. Or it's just sort of a, okay, after it's done what it can at full potential, it'll then decrease rapidly, depending on what these are capable of course. So that's good to know. So we'll get rid of you now, and we'll swap you in. We'll see how much you change. Then what's from, what is that? Okay, now it's completely decreasing. Okay, that is quite an impactful difference. Good to know. So we swap you back in. What do you do? I mean, obviously there is the whole, it's dropped because it had to process the iron, filtering through the, sending it through the hopper to here. So it did have a gap. But yeah, so it does actually change how much is going in there when there's absolutely nothing in here. So that's good to know. So we'll keep those for reference actually, rather than feeding them in, because I'm probably going to want to, with the future coolant, heat sinks I'm going to want. So that is good to know. That I can climb. I don't really care. It's not that bad. So that's good to know, actually, for future reference. So let's see. Okay, so you do use the 8. That's fine. That's what I wasn't sure. Sticks are probably not going to do, but oh well, we'll use them anyways. I thought it would be like a steel or something else sort of situation where I need quite a lot to actually get through these, but I was mistaken.